I put up with a lot of shit. Whether mostly in the sports of this year. Not really anything in real life. Now, what are the good things that happened today at Michigan? Kevin Harvick won. I'm glad for him. He picked up his career win number 44. Ryan Blaney finished 5th. Yep. Ryan Blaney finished 5th. Oh, look at that. Chase Elliott continues his consistency. Finished 9th. Not to mention that he won last week at Watkins Glen. Was the Rays any good last week? I would say so, but I wouldn't say it because Chase Elliott won. Chase Elliott winning was only a bonus, so Chase Elliott winning does not save the season from sucking ass all to hell. Sucking harder than a vacuum of space. You get the point. But what else was good? Oh yeah, Jimmy Johnson finally gets to lead some laps. His car is progressing. He's been having the speed, having the car, having the accuracy, the consistency in running in at least decent spots, at least having a top 5 or top 10 car. Oh no, says the fucking loose wheel. Oh no, says AJ Allmendinger last week. Oh fucking no, says NASCAR's enforcement at Daytona. And then the last big one. Oh fucking no. It's like 2008 Jeff Gordon all over again. Except, well, that's a bit too insulting for Jeff Gordon's 2008 season because at least he was able to lead some laps and be in contention for races. But no! No! Jimmy Johnson is almost as bad as his 2000 season in the lower series in the Busch Series, back when it was at least called the Busch Series. He has been deteriorating that far. No other legend in NASCAR, no other pro in NASCAR has decayed as much as the 48 team. No one. Jeff Gordon has never deteriorated that bad in his fucking career. His worst season in 2008 or 2000 or whatever, not even those seasons were as bad as Jimmy Johnson's current 2018 season. I am tired of the same deteriorating story of a fucking legend. It was already bad enough Dale Earnhardt had to deal with it in 1992. Well, then again, that battle between Alan Kulwicki and Bill Elliott was fucking awesome, even though I wasn't alive at that time, but it was still badass nonetheless. These legends, I should probably calm down, considering every legend goes through this shit. Every legend. CC Tony Stewart from 2015 when he couldn't even get a single top 5 thanks to the damn horsepower. I'm not even the biggest Tony Stewart fan to begin with, and even I feel bad for him. Every single solitary time, it feels like Jimmy Johnson could actually have a very promising finish. A very promising finish in the top 10, the top 5, no less. But no, something stupid as all goddamn fucking hell has to fucking fuck him up. Oh, good fucking Lord. Oh, it's always something as petty as fucking shit. Always something out of his fucking control. Well, except for the time when he overshot his pit box at Daytona. Good Lord. This season, both as a Jimmy fan and NASCAR fan, has been a failed abortion. It needs to be submerged into fucking sewage. Christ on a fucking chair. Can this end already? And a lot of people are saying, you're just saying this season sucks because Jimmy Johnson sucked. Oh, really? Do you even know my two least favorite years? 2008, dog shit. 2009, both in personal life and the NASCAR, both the NASCAR season and my personal life, was pure fucking shit. 2009, arguably, and 2008 were the worst NASCAR seasons ever. Jimmy Johnson winning the title, both titles, those 2 years did not save it. Ever. At all. It didn't have a single modicum of saving it. In 2016, well, I'm torn when it comes to 2016, both in personal life. Well, I'm not torn about it when it comes to NASCAR, because the package was actually great in 2016. Why can't the package be more like the 2014, the 2016 package? Or 2013. 2013 wasn't super spectacular, but it was still decent nonetheless. But hey, what is what I say gonna solve anything? It's another race. Jimmy Johnson was in contention to finish in the top 10. Was maybe even contend for a race win, no less. It was another one of those races where Jimmy Johnson has a promising good finish, and then something stupid as fuck fucks him over, as fucking always, and sets his chances of having a decent finish straight on fire, and throwing his ashes into the goddamn sewer. Holy fucking shit. When will this madness end? Jesus Christ. It's worse than Jeff Gordon's season in 2008. It's worse than every other season Jeff Gordon has ever had. Oh my Lord. The race, at least, didn't have the worst case scenario in terms of results. At least Kyle Busch didn't win. At least that sleazebag, scum-sucking rodent known as Austin Dillon didn't win that race. Both his wins were served to him on a silver fucking platter. Either when a legend like Jimmy Johnson runs out of fuel at the Coca-Cola 600, or he blatantly dumps Eric Almirola like a coward. Go figure. Does it need to be any more self-explanatory? And a lot of people say, oh, Dale Earnhardt did the same shit. At least Dale Earnhardt did do it to win his Daytona 500. What's the excuse? That's not an excuse. Not to mention, nobody endorsed that bullshit back in Dale Earnhardt's days. So what's with the argument? The only reason we defend it nowadays is because nostalgia goggles fogging up, perhaps? The same reason people are looking up to Jimmy Johnson as a 7-time champion nowadays. Since I've seen the hate die down a lot. Hell, people in the crowd were roaring when he was taking the lead at Daytona, for fuck's sake. Almost as he's Dale Earnhardt Jr. to these people. I am not kidding at fucking all. I even have a video directed about Jimmy Johnson leading at Daytona. And normally I never make videos like that. That really says something about his trash heap of a season this year. It really does. It's starting to look more promising, don't get me wrong, but I can't stand to watch it. I've never dealt with anything this low as a Jimmy fan, or even as a NASCAR fan. At least he was in contention to win races in 2011, despite him not winning as many as 2. At least he still managed to be in contention to at least finish in the top 5 in 2014 and managed to win at least 4 races, one of his thresholds he tends to win every single year. And as for the race itself, do I even have to go through what happened in the race? A lot of people are going to say that I talked about Jimmy Johnson more than the race itself, but what is there to talk about? Other than Kevin Harvick won, led 100 laps. Jimmy Johnson was leading a few laps earlier. Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch were leading the top 2 when the race began. And there were a few spins here and there. Ty Dillon slammed the wall hard because of debris cutting his tire or what have you. And that's it. Nothing really happened in that race. No one saved their cars like a badass from spinning out. Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing. And to add insult to injury, I don't want pity when I say this, because there's a lot worse shit than a single fucking trash heap of a NASCAR season, but of course. Of fucking course. This is the 3-year anniversary since a best friend of mine's father died. I was hoping and praying that the worst case scenario wouldn't happen. But luckily the worst case scenario didn't happen. And of course, 3 years ago, when I went to the Michigan race, I was thinking, maybe I'll get some kind of emotional win from one of my guys. And then what happens? I see Jimmie Johnson crash in front of me. Just my luck, right? Ha! Fucking hell. If someone could just tap on the window right here with a firearm and threatens me to get out of the car, I'll just ask him, just pull the trigger if you like. I don't even give a damn. Good fucking Lord, when will the pain end? God damn it. Ugh! Other than that stuff, I'm still holding on to a modicum of hope. Just a teeny tiny incy wincy bit. What's the big deal? It's just another race. Jimmie Johnson should have at least had a decent finish. Jimmie Johnson had the car to finish decent and still ended up not finishing decent because of fucking stupidity from either another driver or mechanical problems or NASCAR's enforcement. You get the damn point. There's nothing else to add to this. I can still hope for the best to come, right? Other than all that stuff, Portland in 16 days. It's gonna be fucking awesome. I'm grasping at straws when I am trying to think of positive shit to say when I say stuff like that. Well, it's not really grasping at straws, but you get the idea, because Portland, I haven't been there in 8 years. And I haven't been to an IndyCar race at all. Luckily, there's no bullshit that goes on in IndyCar. Well, it happened based on what Alexander Rossi did a few races ago. Maybe sometimes, but never as much as the mess in NASCAR. So, I think that's about all I can say in this video. Have a good night, everybody. I sure as hell did. Even though I'm disappointed that Jimmie Johnson, yet fucking again, after having a promising run, deteriorates to a very shit position and ended up finishing where he should not have finished. Deserving better as a 7-time champion. Have a good night, everybody.